Hi, I'm David Kim. Welcome to my new series. As a former entrepreneur and YouTuber with over 200k subscribers, I am now an anonymous indie developer. This series explores indie developers' journeys, analyzing their successes and failures to provide insights for aspiring developers and interested viewers. Join me as we explore the world of indie development together. I've shared plenty of indie developer stories on this channel before. Today's story, well, calling this person an indie developer might be a bit of a stretch because, to be honest, his coding skills leave much to be desired. However, when it comes to copywriting and marketing, he's an absolute genius. So I definitely want to share his journey with you all. I've mentioned a website called Marketing Examples before, and if you're into growth hacks, it's definitely worth checking out. Today we're focusing on its founder, Harry Dry. Harry embodies the classic entrepreneur. He jumped right into launching a business straight out of college. As a graduation gift, his friends gave him a canvas print designed to look like a Twitter post congratulating him on earning his degree. They put celebrity profile pictures as likes and added lots of views. Harry saw potential in the idea, so he decided to create a website selling these canvas prints, the ones with fake celebrity likes that give people that feel-good moment. It took him 2 months to build the site, which, to be honest, isn't exactly quick. While Harry was struggling with the coding, his friend, who became his business partner, was reaching out to canvas suppliers and securing discounts. After building the website, Harry kicked off his marketing push, starting by launching on Product Hunt to drive initial traffic. He then sent custom tweet prints to 10 YouTubers, hoping they'd make unboxing videos. One of these unboxing videos actually went viral, getting millions of views, which drove tens of thousands of clicks to their sites. However, the conversion rate was awful. Despite all that traffic, they only sold 25 pieces. Not only did they fail to make a profit, but they also lost £145, covering YouTube promotion fees and £20 for a domain name. Those 2 months of startup experience cost Harry £145, but it was a small price to pay for the lessons he learned. He figured out how to validate ideas, deliver products quickly, and most importantly, that it's better to find your audience before building the product. After this experience, Harry decided he wouldn't start any new project unless he could validate it first, build an MVP within a month, and know how to acquire the first 100 users. I don't fully agree with this approach, but his core ideas about marketing and rapid iteration, launching quickly and improving fast, definitely makes sense. Learning from his first startup, Harry paid much more attention to finding his audience the second time around. So one Friday at 1 a.m., Harry was lying in bed scrolling through Twitter when he came across a dating site for Trump supporters that was stirring up huge controversy. He literally jumped out of bed and started writing down his idea. He figured dating was a simple but fun concept. He just needed something controversial enough to grab people's attention. He bounced around a few ideas like Brexit, Harry Potter, Kanye West. Kanye won out because, at the time, he was causing all sorts of drama in the music world, and his fans were going wild over it. Once he settled on Kanye, he was up early the next morning, ready to get started on building his site. After the failure with the canvas prints, Harry became much more cautious this time. He didn't want to build a website that nobody would use, so he decided to validate his idea first. His approach was simple. He went to Instagram and posted about Yeezy Dating, a site set to launch in March. All he had was a basic coming soon page with one feature and email sign-up box. That was it. As a marketing genius, Harry initiated his marketing strategy. He posted about the site on Kanye West's subreddit, and within just an hour, it had over 200 upvotes. Moreover, he added an eye-catching slogan to his site. Taylor Swift fans are banned from this website. If you're into music, you know about the intense rivalry between Kanye and Taylor's fans. This line was pure marketing gold, perfect for generating media buzz. Then Harry collected email addresses from 440 bloggers who had written about Kanye West and pitched them the idea of a dating site made specifically for Kanye fans. And he was pulling off all these marketing moves while still working his day job. All these marketing moves paid off. His inbox was blowing up. When he checked the database, he found that 9,109 people had signed up for his non-existent dating site. That's when he made the call to his boss, asking for a few months off. His boss wished him luck, and just like that, he began building the site. Back to square one, where he'd promised everyone a March launch. But by March 17th, he hadn't written a single line of code. Why? Because he had absolutely no idea how to build a dating site. So he started studying existing dating apps from Tinder to Bumble, but he quickly realized these platforms were way too complex. Eventually, Harry came across JDate, a Jewish dating site with a simpler approach. Each user's profile was displayed on a single page. He decided to adopt the same approach for his site, but even though JDate was the simplest example he could find, for someone like Harry who barely knew how to code, it was still a huge challenge. After a week of building, he was still struggling with basic programming concepts. He didn't even know how to store GeoJSON data. He spent hours bouncing around different forums, desperately searching for answers to his coding problems. This was back in 2018, before ChatGPT existed. If this story had taken place today in the AI era, it might have turned out completely differently. With AI assistance, Harry might have actually succeeded as an indie developer, since coding is so much more accessible now. While building the site, Harry had gathered all his waiting users in a group chat that buzzed with activity every day, everyone eager for the launch. When he finally announced the site was live, over 200 users jumped on within the first hour. But when the user count hit 350, everything fell apart. The images stopped loading and the site crashed. Harry checked Heroku, where he had deployed the site, and found over 6,700 error messages. Day one of launch, the site was already down. With his limited tech skills, Harry was completely stuck. All he could do was apologize to his fans on Instagram and Telegram and reach out for help. The next day, Harry shared his website crash experience on Indie Hackers, and it didn't take long for developers to step in with offers of help. Within 24 hours, 5 experienced developers reviewed his code and fixed the issues. A few days later, the site was back online and running much more smoothly. Harry then restarted his promotional efforts with email campaigns. The response was impressive. 1,500 new users signed up within 10 hours, growing to 2,500 in 24 hours, and eventually reaching over 4,000. However, after that initial surge, the growth rate began to slow. From my own experience, I can tell you that social platforms are incredibly tough to scale. Attracting users might seem easy at first, but the real challenge is keeping them engaged and active on the platform. For Harry, the situation was becoming more and more overwhelming. With limited technical skills, no marketing budget, and no team to rely on, he was managing everything alone. Between responding to emails and fixing website issues, he was juggling too many tasks. He knew this wasn't sustainable. Determined to revive the site, he came to believe that involving Kanye was his only shot. Driven by this idea, he began reaching out to people at Kanye's company on LinkedIn. Unfortunately, his messages disappeared without any response. Running out of options, Harry turned to his father for advice. While we don't know his father's background, it was clear he had some serious marketing expertise. His advice? Consider it from a wider perspective. Since Kanye had his own brand, his father suggested putting up billboards near Kanye's 4 main office locations: New York, London, Wyoming, and Calabasas. Just one small billboard in these locations, running for just 24 hours, would cost Harry £2,200, 2 months of his salary. Despite the high cost, Harry decided to go ahead with it. But just before the campaign was about to launch, he received an email from the billboard company that stopped him in his tracks. They told him the ad campaign couldn't run because it would violate Kanye's rights. Harry even prepared his speech for a radio interview. But when the billboard company brought up legal issues, he was ready to give up. That's when his father came to the rescue with a brilliant move. Disguised as a BBC reporter, Harry's father contacted the billboard company's legal department and disputed their decision. The negotiation resulted in a simple solution. They could run the ad if they changed Kanye West to Mr. West. With this small adjustment, Harry's billboards went up and people in all 4 cities saw his message displayed on the streets. The billboard content was, frankly, a bit questionable. It had just 3 lines. Hire me, Mr. West. At the top, I've got ideas in the middle, and his phone number at the bottom. Honestly, if I were Mr. West, I probably wouldn't be rushing to dial that number. It definitely didn't come across as very professional. Once the billboards were up, Harry kept refreshing Reddit, Twitter, and other platforms, hoping his stunt would go viral. Unfortunately, the buzz he was hoping for never really took off. As a last resort, Harry came up with one more creative plan. He found Kanye's brand headquarters on Google Maps and began calling nearby office buildings. He would explain his dating website and the billboard campaign to whoever answered. To his surprise, one of the people he reached actually knew someone at Kanye's company and forwarded Harry's email. This final attempt earned him the chance to speak with the CFO of Kanye's company. Although Kanye never ended up backing the project, Harry's creative marketing strategy and the support from his father made for an inspiring story. Sure, his approach wasn't exactly what you'd expect from a seasoned business professional. It was bold, maybe even a little wild. But here's what really stands out. Entrepreneurs often need that kind of bold marketing mindset. It's about having the courage to think big and take action no matter the obstacles. Harry's true strength wasn't in coding, it was in marketing. He spent his spare time writing marketing articles on weekends, which eventually led him to create Marketing Examples, a website focused on sharing valuable marketing insights. Harry posted his first article in May 2019, and within just a year, Marketing Examples had grown to 19,000 subscribers, all through his part-time efforts promoting content online. His approach was methodical. First, he identified platforms where marketers and growth hackers gathered. Then he tailored his content to fit the style of each platform, following up with polite invitations to subscribe. He adapted his strategies for different platforms. On Twitter, Reddit, and Indie Hackers, he shared detailed articles. For Facebook and Slack groups where self-promotion wasn't allowed, he transformed his content into visual posts, subtly including his website, URL, and Twitter handle. He did the same on LinkedIn, turning marketing concepts into eye-catching visuals. If you visit these platforms today, you can still find his content there. This approach is particularly relevant for growth marketers today, as many of us are trying similar platform-specific strategies to attract users. While Harry's story begins with some bold and unconventional marketing moves, there's real value here for anyone serious about growth marketing. By taking a closer look at Harry Dry's content across different platforms, his approach, methods, and strategies, you'll uncover several practical techniques that are worth studying and adapting. There's a YouTube interview with Harry Dry that gained significant attention. In it, he shared his copywriting techniques, and one key point really stood out: the importance of crafting vivid mental images in your writing. Harry shared a brilliant example of visual copywriting. He talked about a fitness app originally focused on the idea of regaining fitness, pretty standard health and workout language. But Harry suggested a more visual approach. Picture someone literally getting up from their couch and running a 5K. That's how Couch to 5K instantly creates a vivid mental image and tells a story. This simple shift in perspective resulted in impressive outcomes. If you're interested in learning more, Harry's content is definitely worth exploring. Take the time to dive into his published work, and you'll uncover a wealth of actionable tips on creating viral marketing content. Alright, that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating indie developer case studies and stories coming your way.